Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Now, let's hear from our host, Andy Albright.
Woo! Thank you, Billy. Yes, baby. Woo! I'm fired up about this. All right, guys. We have some great guests on here. I was just trying to get one more important person. Ooh. It just clicked in. I got them. They're watching. You see, here's what I don't think you understand, Michelle Colin. How important is one more person to getting on this show and meeting you? Michelle Jones. You should hyphenate it. Michelle Colin Jones. But I ain't giving up the Colin name. All right. Getting one more person on, John. I think people misunderstand the idea of one more lead, John. If you're playing the lottery, the next lottery ticket might win. Here's the problem. It's an analytical deal when it comes to the lottery. Let's say you got 1 million tickets. It's a limited number of wins. It's fixed. I know the way, Julie Heimer, these people that say, well, it's God's will. I go, wait a minute, let's explain to you. When your ass didn't get up and go to class, when you didn't read the book and you didn't study and you failed, that's not God's will. And they go, it's all predetermined anyway. If you're playing lottery tickets, Julie, it's predetermined how many wins you're going to get. But in God's world, in John Davis' world, you can get 50 hot prospects and get 15 sales, or you can get 40 sales. You can get referrals. You could get 1 sale out of 50. With lottery tickets, it's predestined, predetermined. You ain't got dookie to do with it, but you buy another ticket. Over here, when you can control something, one more person, one more lead, one more, Clay. Jeez, and I know I came in rushed. Somebody might have saw my bare feet when I come walking over here. I'm in Florida. You can't wear shoes in Florida. Well, anyway, as y'all can tell, I'm excited. These are my friends, John Davis and Kat Lewis. Hey, I have other people that I'm going to pull on here. You guessed, it's Julie and Michelle and Jake and Clay and Joshua. They're coming on, but not right now. So let's let's dance with the one what brung us. That will be Kat and John. All right, John, I like your background. Leads, and more leads. We're gonna get you a QR code so that people can hit your QR code, put that right up in the corner, and they just put their little phone up there and they shine on it, and then they can go right to them leads.
Let my little light shine. I'll get one.
All right. John, good friend for, I don't know, 15 years.
I'm getting old, Andy.
Is it 15 years we've been doing business together? 17.
A long time, man. I can't believe it. It's going by quick. I got gray in my beard. I didn't have that before. Man, I'm fired up. Thank you.
You got green in your pocket because of me. I ain't got nothing to do with the gray. I had to do with the green, baby.
That's right, baby. Let's go.
I make the green, not the gray.
Let's get some more green in everybody else's pocket with these.
Well, John, we started out in business together. You showed up at my convention center in Burlington, North Carolina, all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And you had all these aspirations of being an entrepreneur, and now you are one. You got one of the most prolific lead creation businesses I've ever seen in my life. You've been the most consistent, the best prices, best quality. It's been bizarre. And we've been throwing business your way, and we finally got a little tighter in our partnership, and we said, look, we're going all in. So, John, tell them a little bit how you clicked on these leads and kind of got in just a little high level how you got into it, because you know the value that it brings to people, and like what it's evolved into and what we got our hands on because we know John Davis.
Man, we got our hands on something big. So I met you through Mike and Noelle Leventovich. I searched life insurance leads, St. Louis, Missouri. I clicked the first link that came up. It was a Craigslist post. I dialed the number, and Noelle Leventovich answered the phone, invited me to a boot camp with her husband in St. Louis, and bam, that was it. The rest is history, I guess. And I lived in a very rural area. So we could get GMR leads, and there was existing leads at the time in the Oasis system. You go out there and just buy individual ones, but none where I lived. So I was driving a long ways, 3 hours here, 3 hours there, staying in hotels. So that got me down a rabbit hole of making leads for myself online. And they got better and better and started coming in faster and faster. People were asking me, how are you getting these leads? How are you writing apps? And the word spread. You called me one day asking about it because I said I could make them in Kansas because you couldn't direct mail there. And it just took off. 2020 is when things really blew up. And I quit selling after having an insurance license for 20 years. So I get it. And the team I put together, a lot of them used to be agents like myself. And we'll fast forward to what's happening now. In March, I was out at a boot camp with Joe Dukes in Salt Lake City and trying to come up. I knew the leads were good. I mean, they're not perfect. Nothing is. If I wait till they're perfect, I wouldn't sell them. But they're good. And the agents who are following the Alliance system, which is what I preach, man, get a dial. They jump on a Zoom call. 3 connects, no sets. You better be calling your upline, not me complaining after you talk to 20 people. Like, you follow your system, Andy, with these leads, you will have success, man. I don't know how many are on it. We can look, but there's a lot, and I get a ton of feedback. So we launched this thing. I was like, what can we do? We didn't call it the Big Bang at the time, but my thoughts were, let's just make it so good, I don't even know if I should offer it, and put as many tools as we can, and we keep adding. So we started with 50 leads. You get a text and an email. And then we said, let's hook it up to this awesome CRM. So the people that text that you get as a lead, they get contacted as well and say, hey, thanks for filling this out. I'm going to be in touch. It can text them. It can manage them in the CRM. And then we added some more tools like the map that updates with your leads, so you can use it on dial day or when you're out in the field and you're wondering, where's my other leads? I got a no-show. I'm running ahead. And that came from agents asking about it. And we added a Google Sheet. We've got other tools we're adding to. So this thing is blowing up, man. Blowing up. Like, I cannot believe it. I bet there's 100 people, and I've got a lot of people that want in, but they can't get in because of where they're at. Like, there's already people there, if that makes sense, like exclusive territories.
Let me tell you this. I played around creating my leads too. Congratulations. I don't want to be in that business. I can pay for it. It's kind of like house cleaning. I know there's big money in it. Dog sitting. There's big money in it. And leads. I know there's big money in it. But let me tell you something. I like the inspirational marketing. Long time ago, they used to call it network marketing. Now they call it inspirational marketing. I like getting different franchises set up around the world. Like, I get 13 of you, I'll be fired up. So you can keep your lead business. But I've searched far and wide. And I have people, oh, yeah, I get your leads next week. Leads don't come. I get your leads for $12. They're 32. It's annoying. So your consistency deliver, and I mean, let's talk about value. I want people to be willing to pay $50 a lead for these leads you're creating. I don't even want to tell them how inexpensive. I don't want to explain that yet. I want to save that till we get them just slobbering how good these leads are. Okay, now if there's a territory and you're already producing, like, I understand one territory is gone. It's somewhere out in Utah or something. It's gone.
That's right.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
How big of a city? What city is gone in Utah? Like, you can't get within 3 hours.
Salt Lake City area is tied up. And
gone.
Gone. Provo, that whole area. Joe Dukes, his team, Mike Maurice's got people out there. There's a few. Marvin Osuna's got somebody out there that were at that boot camp. They seen it and they jumped in. Like,
what is it? What is it? A 3 or 4 hour radius is just no leads.
I wouldn't even say that. Once you get outside of that area, there's not much for 3 or 4 hours, probably. So there's maybe some other minute locations, but Utah is a pretty big, wide open space. So Salt Lake seems to be the hot spot out there, Tampa, Florida is another one that I could bring up. Rojas, Michelle.
You can't do nothing. So if you own this Tampa, you out of luck.
You got to drive a little bit. We can still do it. We just can't do it in Tampa.
What will we do? Go down to Bradenton? Go down to Fort Myers area?
Yeah. Think like maybe 30 miles away or something like that.
Ain't nothing. 30 miles? Hell. You don't even hardly get a cassette tape in before 30 miles.
Can't even get your air conditioner to cool your car off in Florida in 30 miles.
Florida. That's right. You got to drive on that. Just gets the temperature down to 92.
That's right. Yeah.
That ain't no problem. So, but right in Tampa, it's gone.
It's gone.
How about over towards Orlando? Like if I'm in Tampa, I'll work over towards Orlando. How about that, Terry?
We're good. We got one person there. I'm looking at the map, but we can do more.
How about Dallas, Texas, and South Dallas?
Dude, let's roll in Texas. Like
Wide
there's
open.
There's so much data. There's some people there.
You got to be kidding me.
But
Dallas, Texas, Lord have mercy.
I know Houston's got a few people. I'm looking at it. Dallas I got 2 people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There might be another. Maybe it's not updated in the last day or so, but I see 2. Let's see who we got. I see Olga, and I see who else? Yeah, Marty Doge. How you pronounce Marty's last name?
Doge, baby.
That's it. Yeah, Marty's on there too. He's rocking down there.
Okay, so we get Marty to tell how good these leads are. Let me tell you something. If you're having trouble with these leads, you need to read the People Skills book called Skills with People by somebody. Skill with People by Les Giblin. That's it. Lesgiblin. Les Giblin. Skills. If you can't sell. There's another one called Straight Line Closing by Wolf of Wall Street. That was bad to the bone. You read these books, you listen to these audios, and if you still suck, it's you. It ain't the leads. Because I got Michelle on here, and Jake on here, and Mike Marisi, and Joshua, and Doge. They can tell you what they're doing differently, what you're doing. Now listen, that's going to tell you. I'm not trying to offend you, John. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to offend my agents. And I ain't trying to cuss, but I'm going to say a word that most of them miss. You ready?
Ready.
Work. You got to do my lips. Work. You got to get them at an angle. Work. W. I know you screaming. W. O. R. K. Work is about 99% of them's problem. Now, there's a couple of my buddies. Let me tell you something. I went down and got stairs, and I'm glad I did. Because I'm going to tell you something. I can't show you the number for my credit card because my staff gets mad when I do it. But watch this, baby. They ain't got $250 on their credit card, John. They ain't got $500 on their credit card. They ain't got no available credit. I say, you got a mama that loves you? You got a daddy that loves you? Because for $250, get your mind right, Cat, we're going to tell them the price of these leads. I've seen people pay 35, 20, 15, 17, 16, 14. The leads he's producing, Cat, tell them how much are these leads?
All right, you ready for your jaw to drop? It's only about $5 a lead. Yes. 50 leads, 50 people, $5. You can't even get a $5 foot long anymore. In 2024, $5. Yeah, you're hearing it right.
That's pretty dang funny right there, Kat.
I know.
And I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Okay. So, 50 people to talk to. 10 of those leads are killer. 10 of these leads, All right? If I come to your town, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Houston, Texas, and if I get 50 of y'all lined up, some of you can run like lightning, some of you can barely get out of the chair. Same thing with the 50 leads. We can't make all of them perfect, and we can't make all of them suck. I have met some people, they can make 50 leads suck. They're like sucker prone. Careful, Albright. Careful. These people are sucker prone. I don't know how you get 50 people and can't make 5 sales. 5 of those leads got to be hotter than fire. 10 of them might suck. And all you want to talk about is the 10 that sucked. Or 5 that sucked. What about the 10 that were good, ding dong head? How'd you miss them? But went to speaking tongues on me and I don't even know you. Pat, what do you think from your standpoint? We got direct mail maxed out in a lot of areas. We got, what's that other thing called? The lead center. with Integrity?
Integrity Lead Center, IVR leads, now Bang Bang.
Well, think about some areas. I think Dallas. I think we need to sell out Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, and all them other little names that y'all just part of Dallas. Y'all don't even know.
I would see the map.
Huh?
You want Tia to pull the map up?
Pull the map up and let's let Kat talk about this map. Where's some big opportunities, Kat? What does this represent?
So each one of those red pins is an agent on the weekly lead subscription. And there's one in Hawaii too. You just can't see them, but that's all right. There's one guy in Hawaii. Other than that, each one of these represents an agent. And you could click on it. It'll show you their name. But if you zoom in, some of them are stacked up. Like you see the concentration down there in Houston or Tampa.
Where are my Georgia folks at?
You see what the dream team's doing?
Wait a minute. Let's go to Georgia.
All right, then. Yeah, check out Atlanta.
Look how wide open. I know we have some rock stars.
Where's my Charleston people?
Let's go.
Where's my Savannah, Macon, Atlanta?
Yes.
Birmingham. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. You talking about some good people in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's right.
Alabama, yeah. We got Michigan wide open. Where's Marcus at?
All right.
Yeah.
So I hear you, Kat. I hear you, Kat. Kat, you're first place. You feel like Atlanta should boom.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Yeah, definitely Atlanta. We got Colorado open. We got Michigan open. We have some rock stars in those areas.
Is Phoenix locked out? You got a lot in Phoenix. Is it locked up?
No, I think we could do a little. We've got a couple people there. One of them just moved a little bit, so I think we're good. I couldn't bring in a bunch more, but I think we could do. It's such a big area. We could go south, north of it, and support another person or two.
Because let me tell you what I would do. If I heard that and I was in Phoenix and I was already getting 50, I'd double it to 100. Because once you say no more, then there is no more. You can't make social media be more social.
That's right. I just seen you pull up on one of the Phoenix, Acacia Lawson. She's done a great thing. You can add more. You don't have to just get 50, like you said, Andy. A lot of agents add an extra 10, 20, 30, 40 a week to their order. And that's simple. I just noticed you pulled up Acacia in Phoenix. She's added extra leads. She's new. Director Chris Mann. Hold on a second.
Let me take a picture of this map. We need to get this. All right, I got you. All right, now let's come back to the cameras, Tia. I'm talk to Kat. Kat, do you know how get people signed up for Bang Bang? Like, can you do all that?
Mm-hmm.
What's the best? Give me the contact strategy to get to you. What's the best way to get you?
Best way to get to me, I would say you can obviously text my cell phone, which is 336-524-1371.
Hold on. What is it? Let me make sure I got it here. Give it to me.
336-524-1371.
I got you in as Caitlin. That confuses me. Got it. All right.
Go to our booking site. Our booking site is going to be simplybook.me. And you can book with me or Bree. It's my sidekick.
Hey, don't book unless you're buying. We ain't trying to be entertained. Kat is not bored. Busy as a one-armed paper hanger in the middle of a windstorm and glue stuck all over her head. So you got to pay attention. Don't call her unless you got something to buy. If you ain't buying, don't call. We don't want to talk to you. We're busy as everything. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. Okay.
Terry Edwards just said, stay out of North Carolina. That's it.
All right. That's the rule. Y'all can't come to North Carolina. It's not available, Benny. Brandon, Spencer, Katz, North Carolina, can't use it. It's going to be booked clam up. We're going to book this up, dude. We're going to sell it out. All right. So if I had to get, okay, I'm going to put you on the spot, John. 50 leads, 50 leads, 50 leads. Who's the most productive? You got choices. Jake Joseph. I guess you have to count his wife because both of them. Michelle Colin Jones, Julie Heimer, and Joshua Parker. Who's the most productive per 50 leads, you reckon? Referrals? You have any idea?
Man, I picked them all for certain reasons. I met them, man, with the exception of, I met all these people recently. Man.
I'm not putting you on the spot. You just, hey, listen. Hey,
let's go. Let's
John,
do this.
you're guessing.
Pick up Josh Park. No, I'm thinking of certainly Josh Parker. I seen him lay it down 2 weeks ago at Terry Edwards boot camp. He got up and gave a talk for about 20 minutes on the 8 steps to success. Andy, I think you should have this guy at the convention teaching this. I was blown away. I'm sure maybe you've heard others, maybe you've seen the video. I met him. I met his awesome partner. We got to have dinner that night before Terry's party with Terry and his wife, Quincy. And then he got up and just killed it. And he was giving his numbers. Terry's backing him up. He's been putting other people in, recruiting people. I'm gonna go on record to say I think him and Alexis going to be the next power couple that you guys start hearing of at the Alliance. So I'd say bring on Josh Parker and let's see what he got to say.
All right. I just want to apologize to Julie and Michelle and Jake.
I know. Now you got me, man.
It's probably political. It's probably just because he
paid me
likes
off.
you.
It's the $50 he gave me.
He just likes you. Don't you love people? These leads they're giving me the bad ones. We give the people we like the good leads. What are you, ding dong head? Do you think we some kind of seance people? We can pick which cards are good or which leads are good? No, it's you, Bo. Hey, Parker, can you say something? Let me see if I can hear you.
What's going on, Andy Albright?
Whose fault is it if they're terrible with these leads, Josh Parker? Whose fault is it?
Oh, it's theirs.
Own it.
Hey, Andy, guess what?
What?
I like to say you're responsible for your success and no one is the cause for your failure.
Get that off of a Coca-Cola can or something. I like it.
I got it from my dad. That's all he told me every day. It ain't my fault. It's your fault. You're responsible for it. Don't blame nobody else.
What's your daddy's name?
Name is Timothy Allen. Sergeant Major Timothy Allen.
Sergeant Major. Oh, shoot. No wonder you good. You was raised by a Sergeant Major.
I was.
Well, appreciate your dad serving. You're not military, are you?
No, sir.
Well, we respect the military. Yes, sir. We'll comply. Hey, what do you think about my comment? You've seen your agents. You've seen my agents. You've seen Jake's agents fail. How many times you think it's because of work and not because of skill set work? Which one do you think it is more, skill set or work? What do you think, skill set or work?
I think it's at work/activity.
I think your skill set needs to improve, right?
Yeah, you got to improve your skill set, but a lot of times it's just the amount of people. Some people, they call people and then they just stop before they even get done with all their leads. I mean, some people just put in more work. If your skill set isn't that good, then put more work in.
I'm not denying that it's important to be skillful and good and have people skills and be able to talk. But work is usually more the problem than skill set. Here, let me tell you something. I want to get rich, but let me give you my reasons, the things I can't do. First of all, I can't travel. Second of all, I got to do what my wife says. Third of all, I can't be up past 9. Fourth of all, I don't go to other people's houses that have kitty cats because I'm allergic to them. Another thing, I don't like to go to people's houses they don't show up. And I don't want to have a team of a bunch of idiot people underneath me that call me and buzz me crazy. And holidays, Jewish holidays, Christian holidays, Muslim holidays, and really any holiday that I can think of, I want to be off. Like, holy sheesh, I've got a window this daggum tiny to get your being rich through it because everything else is not allowed. Am I right, John? They give you all these things they're not willing to do, but help me get rich.
Help me put the money in my pocket, but I can't. So got a lot of stipulations.
Yeah, stipulations to getting wealthy. I got one rule. Will I go to jail for it? Then I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. What about losing your insurance license? Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But that jail thing. Other than that, Bo, I'm open. Traveling Tuesdays, yeah. Sundays, yeah. God's Day, we can travel there. Easter, let's go. All right, Josh, thank you for your work ethic. Give me an idea, Josh. Give me some work numbers, statistics. How many people you talk to? How many phone calls you make? Do you knock on doors? Do you get referrals? Give me some stats. Give me some math on what you do a week. What is your general?
Okay, sure. So on a weekly basis, my lead investment is that $250 with John for the big bang, 50 leads. On a weekly basis, I'm making an average so far about $150 a week, booking about anywhere from 20 to 25 appointments. I sit on about 15 appointments, and I'm usually writing about eight applications a week, writing in 8 homes a week. My annual premium is usually somewhere about let's see. On a weekly basis, I'll say about 7,000 on a weekly basis. When it comes to annual premium, I door knock. I'm one of those people. I use the Road Warrior app. So if you were in my vicinity and you didn't pick up the phone, and I miss an appointment, or someone's not there, I'm gonna pull up on you and I'm gonna door knock you. So I try to exercise all aspects to be able to get into homes.
All right. What's your agent number? I'm going to look you up on my system while these guys are talking.
Right.
Well, hold on a second. What is it?
494.
Okay.
538.
All right. Joshua Parker. All right. I'm going to pull you up and see what your money you're making. All right. So here's the thing, guys. Dial up your income. More leads, more money. We can show you the perfect correlation. This is how many leads. This is how many sales you should get, or something's wrong. Josh, are you getting other leads, direct mail leads, internet leads, the lead center leads?
No. Referrals, one market. That's about it.
So you're telling me the production I see coming in is all from the leads that you're getting from Bang Bang?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So last week I had you at 12,700 issued. The week before that was 9,000 issued. The week before that was 5,000 issue paid. The week before that is 5,000. And you're getting $250 worth of leads. That is very high, people. I would expect 2,500 issue paid, but he's getting 5,000. That means he's good. How many referrals? Are you getting a lot of referrals? Are you using Legacy Safeguard? Are you using emergency response system? What are you doing?
I'm using the emergency response system a lot. So
Okay.
about five to 10 per week as far as referrals.
Okay. All right. And you got a team coming on. How many people, this is kind of coaching, but kind of understanding, is how many people do you have that are solid getting $250 a week of Bang Bang leads?
1.
Okay. Is that the best producer you got? It's not complicated. You got somebody else that does IULs and they sell more. You got somebody else that uses direct mail and they say more.
I have everybody.
It's math. Is this the person that sells the most or not?
Yes, it is.
Well, what take you so long? I mean, what's so hard about that question? Why you messing with me? You don't like them? Is that what it is? You don't want to give them credit? You don't think they're good people?
I didn't want to throw anybody under a bus.
I'm going to throw you under the bus. All right, Joshua, you telling me your number one you got one person that does Bang Bang. Don't lie to me. Are they the best producer you got in your company?
They are the best producer I have right now.
Well, let me ask you this. What if you had 10 more people doing it? What would that be like? How much bigger would you be? Let me do the math for you.
Whew. Do the math, but I already know it's great.
10x.
10x.
Right. You go from 1 to 10. That's 10x.
That's right.
Well, I ain't got enough. Some of my people can't afford $250 worth of leads. Guess which word I'm going to say about them people?
What word you going to say?
Work. These people ain't working. Well, they got a problem. They got her mama's got cancer, and dad's got amnesia, and he's got a child. He flies around. He's got wings. Everybody's got problems. This man's got wings for kids. I don't know. The point is, if you had 10 more people buying these leads, you'd be 10 more times bigger, wouldn't you?
I would.
Let me ask you this. The person that's getting these leads every week, are they as skilled as you?
No, they're not.
But if they're as skilled as you, they'd be making high profit, right?
They would. Yes, sir.
So first we get them to work, then we get them skilled, boys and girls. We can't skill them until they work them.
That's right.
Josh, number one biggest mistake you made in the beginning when you started getting these leads, besides work. I know work was the number one problem. But outside of that, what was the other dumb thing you were doing when you first started getting these leads? And you regret it, and you don't do it anymore.
The biggest thing I was doing was, I would say, just giving up. Like it was really the work. When I changed the work, everything changed. So I really don't know anything outside of putting in work and activity. I'm gonna give you some mistakes you were making. Talk to me.
So you only made 1 or 2 sales, and you was mad, so you didn't get no referrals. Remember that?
I did.
What's wrong with you? You got 1 or 2 sales. Why not get referrals? True that?
True that.
Get frustrated because no sale, so you quit. We call that work ethic, or we say you're a quitter.
That's true.
You're a quitter. Okay? So you would quit too early. I remember you quitting too early at night. You'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to call past 6. You'd do all these head signals. You're like, what are you telling a guy to bunt and steal third at the same time? Like all these hand signals.
Right, correct.
People might be asleep at 7. I don't know if I can call after hours. Like, whoa, this is important. Remember that?
Right. Correct.
You didn't treat it as urgent. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Well, then you need to tell people that. You see what I'm saying? Tell them. Say, here's what I did wrong. I was lack of urgency. I would tenderfoot. I would kitty cat around it. That's what I did. I wasn't bold enough. Remember this? I quit too early. This is called be remembered or be forgotten. I'm coaching and teaching, but I want you to say, you're wrong, Albright. I've always been this bold.
No, not at all. You're actually right. You're actually right. And I believe it's when I actually, like you said, I would literally get frustrated and just stop. But it was when I actually said, look, I got to do this, and put the work in. Just because 2 people said no, I call another one. But man, why are these people just not picking up? Did y'all know that you can actually do more than 1 dial session a day? That's crazy, right? I guess that's something else that you didn't bring up that I just remembered. I was just doing 1 dial session and they didn't pick up. So the leads just don't work. Didn't even realize, maybe people go to work and they don't have their phone on while they're working, So, multiple dial sessions is really big because people you don't catch in the morning, you might catch them on lunch. If you don't catch them on lunch, you might catch them when they get off. Put it in work.
Josh, have I helped you in coaching your people going forward?
Yes, sir.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, you're doing good. Give me another success story.
Right.
I want a psycho person like you that comes in and they get aggressive. They change. You see what I'm saying? Let me ask this. My cousin's getting ready to get started. All right. 3rd cousin. Y'all know him. It's not the same cousin that got me in. Would you recommend he buy these bang bang leads?
100%. 100%.
You ain't gonna make no money off of them. It's his deal. You don't make no money off of John. You don't make no money off of them selling. You still recommend they do it?
I recommend you do it. The culture of bang bang. Yes, I recommend that.
Hey man, I want you to talk to your other people and say, hey, was you on a call? First of all, they say yes. Of all the people I thought about, it was you, Susie. I got one on it, and I thought you would be my other one if I had to pick somebody. And she said, what do you think? And she said, will you coach me? So I'll be available 24/7. Terriera's available. And then you go to the next one, and you say, hey, listen, Mark, you're the one that came to my mind. You're the one that came to mind. I think you should do this and commit. So if you could go from 1 to 3, how big of a growth spurt's that?
3x.
That's right. I see you getting trends. You're a trend person. You get it. Okay. All right. Think about what else you should have said if we have time to bring you back. Dude, proud of you. I love the Edwards team. Y'all need to take that area, Kernersville, Greensboro, and lock it down. I got an idea for you. Maybe bump it up to 350. Say, I'm doing 350, you ought to be able to do 250. But try to get more territory. And then when you get new agents, you can also funnel them leads and give them some free old leads. Because you're so what's wrong with investing? Go from 250 to 500 and take that 250. And first of all, it's going to be easier to get. You're going to get some lay down, some easier sales, and then do the harder sales, give them off to somebody and get an override. Anyway, I'm just thinking you can talk to John and Kat about it if they're available. All right, let's get who we think next, John. I'm letting you. Colin. Let's get Colin or Julie, one of the two.
Let's do it. Let's do, well, I met Michelle a couple weeks ago, maybe it's been a month ago, down in Tampa. Brian Rojas reached out and invited me down to their boot camp. So I sponsored that, went down there, and I had not met him in person before. We talked a ton on the phone, and I walked in a little late, and they were training her and Brian on their calling, on their in-home. And it took me a minute to realize they were actually talking specifically about Bang Bang leads. And I remember telling you at your house the next day or on the phone or something that, man, you need to get these two killers videoed and trained because it blew me away. One thing that was cool is it was the same similar thing that I had seen years and years ago when I started, but they were so good talking about their cues of their glasses and just the paper and how they write things down. And it just blew me away, man. I've been talking about it ever since. And so, yeah, I'll quit talking. There's Michelle. Let her lay it down. It's awesome, man.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey,
Michelle.
How are you?
Fired up.
How are you?
Excited. Can you tell I'm excited and fired up?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You understand what I'm trying to say about be remembered or be forgotten?
Every time.
Getting
What's the
people
point
to move.
otherwise?
Say again?
Yep. I said, what's the point otherwise?
All right, what are you going to talk to them about? Yeah, well, I covered it with them. Well, they don't even remember you covering it. Well, I told them. Do you have any, Michelle, good to see you. It's good seeing you in Houston the other day and your team that's fired up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have people more, it's a simple question. Do you have people more fired up in Houston than you do around Tampa?
I do.
Do you wish you had more people around Tampa more fired up?
Every day.
Wishing and hoping and praying, right? But we found some good ones in Houston. Do you have anybody on your team that you have got them buying $250 a week worth of Bang Bang?
I have 4 people on the team. Four people, and then another girl in Atlanta that reached out to John like 2 days ago. So it'll be 5 people on a reoccurring.
Okay, I got a question for you. Is there anybody in your team that has more sales than any of those 4 people?
Yes.
Who?
Ashley Garcia.
So there's 4 that have these leads, and then Ashley don't get them.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ashley has the most of the 4 that is getting them. I misunderstood.
So Ashley, how many does she get?
She's getting $350 $375, John, a week in lead.
Okay, so you don't have anybody. So these 4 people are outselling everybody on your team. You don't have an exception.
Nope.
Okay, so these 4 people sell more than anybody else you got. Do you wish you have a 5th and a 6th and a 7th?
I wish I had 20.
You wish you had 20?
20. 25.
All right, but you got 4. And out of these 4, is one of them a standout? One of them sells more than everybody else.
One of them sells more than everybody else, yes.
Let me ask you this. What's her name?
Ashley.
Okay, now I'm not trying to be mean to the other 3. It's just a simple question. Is she more skilled than these geniuses? Or does she work? And I don't care. It could be skilled. She's skilled. She's smooth. She got blonde hair, blue eyes. She wear like a business dress. She come in there. Hello. She's more skilled. She's more skilled than everybody. That's cool. Or does she outwork them?
She's putting in the most appointments. She's outworking everybody.
It's not her skill?
No. Hell no.
That's disappointing. because I just want something where I'm skilled and I'm better than everybody. Well, see, here's what I'm telling you. When I was your age, Michelle, and they told me that if I did what they said and worked, I would live like I live. Jets, houses, buildings named after me. I was like, because I saw people more skilled than me, but I knew that I could outwork them.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you this. Because she's outworking them, is she making more mistakes?
She's absolutely making more. Yep. And she's getting coaching more than everybody else. She's seeking it more than everybody else. She's just learning faster than everybody else. So
let me ask you this. In the beginning with her, was work ethic part of the problem and then she got better, or was skill set part of the problem and she got better, or both? Tell me.
I think she's still fumbling through skill set. So it was always the skill set, but the activity has amounted to the same since she started. And then her skill set is getting better. So in turn, she's getting better and making more money.
Making more money. Okay. The other three. I don't want to talk about them. Let's just say if they were working as hard as her, they'd get the results she's getting.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Do you use yellow? Do you knock on doors when people ain't home?
Yep. And I use those stickies. Yep.
You use a yellow sticky, it says FX or whatever, and last call.
Mm-hmm.
Do people call you back?
Like 30 times. They'll call you back 30 times to get their package.
Why would somebody not use those yellow stickies, you reckon? You think it's work ethic or skill set, or they got something wrong with them in their head? What do you think it is?
I think they're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to mislead people. I don't want to la la la. And it's like, you know.
So I don't think they care about it. You know what that's like? And no offense, but it's like when you're in a restaurant and a kid won't shut up and the parents are going, shut up, shut up, shut up. And the other one's like, don't tell that kid to shut up. Don't tell my kid to shut up. So you shut up, it's my kid too. No, it ain't neither. You adopted and all this stuff. You're like, bro, what? Do you not care about the children? Get out of your chair, hit them over the head with a cucumber or something. Spray them with some water. Like you don't, but I don't think they care about them. The client, you know what I'm saying? They don't care.
Right. Right.
They don't care enough to put the sticky. But you know what they blame it on? I'm not misleading. I don't want to be a misleading person. No, you don't. You just don't care. You don't. I bet your kids run around looking like a hoodlums in there knocking down chairs and stuff.
Uh-oh.
You see what I'm saying? Care makes you want to do it right. Care makes you want to figure it out. So like the way I talk, people go like, I can't talk like him because I can't offend people and I can't. You don't care. You just don't care.
That's right.
Okay, because everybody wants to hear skill set. They don't want to hear work. Give them a skill set thing that they probably need to work on besides work.
I think what I've learned more than anything else, Andy, is that people have to have the ability to have a conversation. I think we overestimate people's ability to do that. And I'm not being funny or anything, but I'm thinking like,
I'll quit laughing.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so surprising, like your ability to walk in somebody's house and have a genuine conversation. And there's a gap, and I think it's overlooked because people are trying to learn the products and they're trying to learn what to do and like that. But if you could learn how to have a conversation with somebody, you're gonna make a lot of
power. How to deal confidence and power in dealing with people. Who is that? Is that John Maxwell? Confidence. How to have confidence? No, it's is that Napoleon Hill? Somebody work with me. How to have confidence and power in dealing with people. I'm hearing crickets.
Less gibbling.
Less gibbling. Same as skill with people. Skill with people and how to have power and confidence in dealing with people. Give me another skill set book for having conversations in the house. Clay. Kat, what's another book you got that's people skills? How to win friends and influence people. How about that one?
That's a good one.
It's funny though. I was talking to the people at NC State, and they said a lot of these kids coming through that were the COVID era, they don't know how. They're scared to come to class. They're scared to interact. You got another one, Clay?
How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yep. Who's that by?
I know it, but I can't remember.
I think it's in the poll. I think it's I bet you I'm getting texts like crazy.
Yeah.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie.
Yeah. How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Sales. That's another great one.
Yeah. Les Giblin. That Success to Sales, that's Zig Ziglar, right?
No. Can't remember that guy either.
I know him good as everything. How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success through Selling. That's a great book. We need to know that one. Why did your video disappear, Clay? We saw you and then you disappeared.
It's all jammed up right now.
Because you're searching stuff. Okay. I don't want people, John, to think that they don't have people skills as much as they won't work. But Colin got us going good. Colin, come back on here. You got froze up. Give it another shot. You were in the middle of telling us something good.
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah, Colin.
Yeah, this Florida heat is crazy, Andy. Like, it just heats up your phone from God, whatever. But no. Anyway, thank you. But I was just saying, like, I think people underestimate that ability to have a conversation. You know, there's like, you'll learn the process and the system and that kind of stuff, but there's a certain skill set that you need to have, and just connecting with somebody. And that is so, gosh, if I could put the importance on it, I'd say it's important more than anything else. And so that, like, because you can't talk about their insurance without being able to see how they are, how are their kids, who's their mom. Like, you can't do that. There's just no way. And so work on that. Get coaching for that, and I think you'll be very successful here.
All right. So I got the work and people skills, conversation skills, communication skills, the ability to talk to others, how to win friends and influence people. But work, WORK. Thank you, Michelle. It's very helpful. Great tip. Hopefully your 4 people will pick up the pace on work. Hopefully the new person will join. And if you have 4 and you get 1 more, that's a 25% growth. 2 more will be 50%. 4 more will be 100%. 40 would be 10x. Does that make sense? It's not complicated.
Yeah.
So if you have this number 1 salesperson could get 1 person, that'd be 1 person she got. That doubles her organization. Like, when people understand the power of 1. When you going back to Houston?
I'm going to go when we get back from Alaska.
Oh, here's a good one. Good. If you give me the dates, I can promote it. This one's ridiculous. Alan Lloyd McInnes, McGinnis. The Friendship Factor is ridiculous. Love that book. That tip came from Stephen Handy. John Maxwell. This is a great book. Terry Edwards. Everyone communicates, but few connect. John Maxwell. Read books every day. Okay. Let's get Julie on here. Julie Heimer.
Let's go, Julie.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
Hey, Julie. Great to see you. Even though it's just virtual, it's still good to see you.
Thanks.
If I just said, just add to it, Julie, what would you reiterate?
I go back to View from an Edge, and they said 20 appointments. 20 appointments was going to change your life. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been aiming for. And it does. It really does. It's kind of fun. It's a challenge, a goal. And when you meet it, it's a lot of fun. I have a little bit of a problem with no-shows. And I think it's just, I book what I call tight, which is, close to it. I do the tie downs, everything. So I've really been saying to myself, what can I do to prevent that? And, or I guess supplement it. So what I've been doing is looking at that appointment and my next appointment. Who do I have in between? Who can I call? Who can I door knock? And just being prepared and helping out with that.
Okay. Okay, so the skill set of getting them to be there, not wasting time, right?
Exactly. Time is it's our biggest commodity.
Do you still agree that work ethic's the more of a problem than anything with most people?
Well, I've been reading the Green Book again, and I fell into that category of yeah, but. And so I just think. You were hitting the yeah, but. Well, yeah, you can always do that. You know, oh, I got this going on. I can't dial, or so there. I just think it's life, and again, I go back to that 20 appointments. How strict are you on that 20 appointments? Get that goal in front of you. Look at it in the morning and the night, and just keep at it.
All right. You mind if I talk to you a minute about getting people to show up?
Okay. I'll take any advice you give me.
If you've heard all this before, just say, oh, yeah. But if it's new, go like, that's different. Or maybe I'm going to try to get through to you when other people hadn't. Okay? Okay. The better your connection, the more likely they'll show up. Connect. Okay? Connect is when you like something they like or hate something they hate. Does that make sense? So if we can connect on something we hate, like me and you can connect on our kids, right? How much we love our kids, right?
Yeah.
And we hate the power of negative influence on our children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hate it. So if somehow either of those things can come up in a quick conversation. I had a 21-minute recruiting session, and I called the recruiter that recruited the person. You with me? So I'm talking to a guy, and I called the person that, referred him, and I said, did you know this about him? Did you know this about his kid? Do you know what kind of job his kid has? Do you know his wife does? Do you know how much money she makes? So the connection factor of how much you can find out, and if you can find something like if they hate bikers, okay, it'd be like, I hate bikers. I'll be like, you know what I wonder about bikers? How come in South Carolina they don't make them wear helmets? Makes no sense. Florida either. Right around the road. Now, see, you go, well, do you not like bikers? I got no problem with them, but I'm not going to say that to the person that I find out he hates bikers. You with me, Julie?
Mm-hmm.
I would go like.
But how do you do that? If we're on a booking call, I guess, and we're trying to, make it quick and not that.
Yeah, right. That's like, how do you hit a tennis ball back because the other guy's hitting it at me real hard and fast? What do? You got to get good at hitting it, getting the pickle. There's pickle man right there. You got to get good at pickleball. When you get good at it, so how in 21 minutes do I know that much? You with me? And yet I told him all about our company, securities. I told him about direct mail leads. I told him about our seminar. I mean, I was just lighting him up. But yet somehow we figured. So it's paying attention. I can tell you this, Julie. I've said your name 4 times. You ain't said my name once.
Listen here. Andy.
Oh, thank you, Julie. How did you say that?
I didn't think I could hear you.
But how did you say my name so quick? Like Andy. Say it again.
Andy.
You see how simple that is? So, well, I'm sorry, upline. I was not available to say Andy during the call because he asked me a question, and the question he asked me didn't involve his name. Therefore, I didn't say Andy back to him. I just said, I answered his question. You see what I'm saying, Julie?
Okay.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you. Why, when you said, hey, Andy, say hey to Jane, why didn't you do that? Well, it's a business meeting, and I wanted to be professional. And you're asking me to ask questions about leads. You didn't ask me to ask about Jane. But if you'd what's the other thing you could ask me that would suck me in? Come on.
How's your grandchild?
I know, right? I know, right? You see what I'm saying? So let me
What's it like to be a grandpa?
See? But yet we're talk to them about leads, right? Got ya. Here's what I tell people. Not only, I'm gonna piss off some of my managers. Not only will I outwork your ass, I will outcoach you. Julie.
Yes, Andy.
Am I good about that teaching thing or what?
You're awesome, Andy.
Thank you. Okay. All right. But you see what I'm saying, Julie? It's work, but I call teaching you like that work because I had to get my mind thinking, how can she connect better? And then it occurred to me, she ain't said my name one damn time. Where I've said Julie and Michelle and Jake, I've said their names so many times. So watch this. Here's another one, Julie. They're in a community that just had a hurricane. There's a prediction of this coming. There was a murder. Something in that area where they live. And ask them, say, did you hear about them shutting down that food line over there near you? You see what I'm saying, Julie? Something about them and their area, and then and when you catch it, you go with it. Okay. If the dogs are barking, and you say, I love dogs, what kind of dogs you got? But don't talk about them for 35 dadgum minutes. As soon as they give you the names of the dogs, you got it.
Okay.
What's their name? How's their health? One of them's about to die. I'm going to bring a doggy biscuit for them. Hey, listen, do you mind if I bring a doggy biscuit? Because some people don't like you to do that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying, Julie?
Yeah.
Have I hit on something or not?
Well, like I said, I'll take any help I can get.
Is it any help?
Absolutely.
Did I nail it? I mean, so I'm just thinking you got to connect somehow. Doggy biscuits, if you get them to laugh. All right. But listen to this. You're working more than you've worked in a long time, correct?
Well, again, part of it's the leads that you get 50 a week and you got to have people to call. So that's a big deal of it.
So you got the 50 leads, so you got enough to talk. Let me ask you this. Can your budget, if you could get 50 more, okay, let me tell you this. If you got 50 more, how much increase in commissions you think you'll get? If you got 50 more, if you spent $50 more leads, how much increase in commission? I know, because I'm a mathematician.
Well,
25%. 25%.
Okay.
If you get $50 more leads a week, you're going to get 25% more commissions. And by the way, you won't have to work any harder. Let me give you an example. If you got a barrel of fish and you got 100 fish in there and you shoot in it, you're going to get amount of fish. But if you 150 shoot, you still shoot one time, you get more fish. So by putting $50 more in, it's going to be easier to hit the fish. You say, but Eddie, I have to jam up my time. I have to move quicker. Right. But that don't mean you out more hours. It just means you got to be more efficient with the hours.
Right.
So I would say, right. Who cares about a no-show if you got another appointment? That's why you double book. Okay. Enough on how to, because work's the biggest problem that your people. Have you got anybody buying $250, Julie? Have you got any agents buying? No. Don't you wish you had somebody paying $250 a lead?
Yeah.
Well, if you're on Julie's team and you're not paying $250 leads, copy her. She's good. She's winning. She's putting points on the board. She's putting money in the bank. She's winning trips. Copy her, for goodness sake. How's that, Julie? Am I working for you? Feel good?
Absolutely. And
what is wrong with you people? Thank you. I like it. You say my name. John, is this helpful?
Yes, Andy.
Is this helpful?
Well, thank you. Julie, congratulations.
Thank you.
Kat, would you like to comment on how nice Julie is and her work ethic and how she talks to you and stuff?
Yes, Andy. Julie has been rocking it out these past couple of weeks. She's really been communicating and been in touch. So good job, Julie.
Thank you.
Do you notice she's leaning in more and communicates more than she used to?
I figured she'd been reading some books, Andy.
Julie, have you been reading, Julie?
I have.
What books have you been reading that you like?
Oh, I read that 5 a.m. Club, again, the Green Book, and there was another really good one. Oh,
I like the Green Book. Say Green Book more times. That's good.
Think and Grow Rich. I read that.
Okay. Kat, have you noticed that people that buy more leads communicate more?
Absolutely. On a regular basis. Those are the ones that are buying more and they're making more premium. Imagine that.
Imagine that. It's just rocket science. We're letting y'all behind the curtains. We're pulling back the curtains. We're getting you behind the scene. We're telling you how everybody's winning and you ain't. Julie, you know I'm happy. You know I love y'all, right?
Yeah.
All right, your whole family. Good people.
Thank you.
Cabo San Lucas, baby.
That's right.
$50 more, get you 25% more points every week.
Okay. All right.
I'm working, John.
I'll be talking to you, John.
I'm trying, John. I'm trying to get you some more money coming in, John.
Let's do it, Amy.
John makes more money. I make more money. You know why? Because you're more successful. All right. How about Mr. Jake? Can we bring in Jake? Another Jake.
Come on, Jake. I remember Jake reached out to me and wanted to jump on the Big Bang. And I wrote it. I think it was either April or May. I have to look at my notes. And I remember when he asked, and I thought, oh, man, here we go. This guy, he's a veteran. I hear his name all the time with Mike and Noel Levitovich and on their calls. I know he had a team. So
bring Jake Joseph. There we go.
And he's going to try out my leads. And so he signed up. He's getting leads. And he texted not too long after they started coming in. I was like, oh, man, here we go. And he called to give me, some updates. And I was just blown away. I was fired up. So I'm not going to steal all the stuff he can talk about. But I know he did some great things by taking the existing leads that he had and sharing them with the team. And then he ran some contests. And I don't know how many people he's got on now. He just texted me before this call about somebody new. So, man, I'm fired up, Jay. Thank you so much for taking out the time. I know you're slammed, and I know your team's jamming. So I will quit talking to him. Bye.
John, I think most people, too, are too nice to their people. Like, I go, you're a 10 hard ass. Everybody hates you. You're a wussy, and you just don't talk mean enough and tell people the truth. And everybody I talk, I say, where do you lean? And about 99% of the people say, I lean in being too soft. Okay, so you lean. So now you know. Is there any way you could compensate and train and learn how to care? Learn how to give a darn? Learn how to care about your people so that you don't let them fail. Can you pick it up a little bit based on caring for people? Hey, listen, I got another great book for you. How would you like to rub a genie and get whatever you want? I got that book for you. It's called The Aladdin Factor. Riddle suggested that. It's called, Aladdin Genie. You ask the genie what you want, and then the genie gives it to you. It's called The Aladdin Factor. It's written by Jack Canfield, and it's all about how to ask better questions, because the quality of your life will be determined by the quality of your questions, and that book is all about asking questions. Good tip, Riddle. Okay. All right, Jake, how you doing, buddy?
Andy, fired up, man.
Good to see you. Thanks for saying my name. Good to see you the other day in Houston and Dallas.
Good stuff.
I saw you in Houston. I saw you you're in Dallas too, right?
Yeah, Houston, Dallas.
I can't remember because so many people. All right.
Yep.
How many people in your hierarchy, in your inspirational marketing group, do you have subscribing to $250 a week for these leads?
All right. Yeah, I got numbers in front of me. First of all, Kat, John, Andy, thank y'all for having me on here. But look, this is 2 years ago, we had, Andy, y'all led us through the craziest thing. I'd never seen anything like it. The COVID. We don't talk about Bruno, but the COVID. And what led us through that was Mr. John Davis, the Bang Bang leads. I remember they were flying in left and right. I don't know if people forget about it, but we didn't, because every time I hear Bang Bang, I think of that was our first year full time, made $132,000 in the pandemic. But we can't forget about Kat. It all started with direct mail leads. We still got them flying in. Like when we first started, we dropped $1,100 on a stack. It was like one of these things. This one is new, so it doesn't have as much, but it was one of these, and it was like that thick, So, and there's a lot of good stuff going on lead wise, but answer your question, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 as of 30 seconds ago. Sarah Seifert, I'm calling you out. You texted me. You said you got one started. So
I got a question for you, John Davis. Of all the organizations, you think Colin's is bigger, Joshua's is bigger, Julie's are bigger, or Jake's? Jake's got way more people.
Andy, John had to restart.
Okay, Kate, what do you think? Kat, what do you think? Who you think's the biggest hierarchy?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with, I just hear a lot more from Jake's people, so I'm going to go with Jake.
Well, you know he's got more people on the 250 program, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending you a screenshot. If there's any way you can put that up, that would be awesome when you get a chance. I did it to you and Jack. Jake, how many people you got? 250?
No, 9, because we just added one. We just added Sarah.
9. Does 9 count you?
Yes. So 8 outside of me. Let's go 8 outside.
So you plus 8, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is anybody doing more than 250 a week?
More than 250 a week. Bang, bang. Not in these 10 seconds. Sherry Teal, she wrote 21,000 in April. She's bumping up. Bang, bang. She told me.
Oh, you got one person that's going to increase the number they're getting. Sherry
Yes,
Teal.
Right,
If all of them, I don't know. Would you care if all of them did it?
I would love all of them to do it.
If all of them went to 350, would you be cool with that?
Yeah. Heck yeah. Ain't bothering
Let me ask you this. Here's a dumb question. Okay, think about this. If they invested 100 per week more, do you think they would make more than $200 more a week?
I know. Not think.
Think about that. Like, why would you not? That they think they're going to have to work harder. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, you're not going to have to work any more. You're just going to have to work faster and more. You can't piddle as much. Like, I'm going to give y'all this. This is for Joshua, Michelle, and Julie. I wish you could have been here today. I get up, start texting, calling, read a little bit, give me a little coffee, get on the porch. It was a madhouse here. You know, I got dogs. Jane's not here. I got 2 dog sitters. They come in. Dogs are losing their mind. I go upstairs. So, by the way, I still got on my robe. There and here, and I'm on the phone. And then, I'm cutting deals. I'm recruiting. I got people, Clay's loading me up with people. House cleaners come in. 2 of them. Hey, sand dog, talking to me. And I'm talking like crazy the whole time. You with me? Maintenance guy. I'm outside, walking up my steps. Hey, man, just going to let you know I'm be blowing off pine needles today. I'm like, oh, yeah, good. And I'm not going to be here next week. Okay, good. You got a backup? Yeah. Haley's flying somebody else in. They're going to take care of stuff here while I'm not here. Okay, I'm on the line. And then something else happened. Oh, the people that clean the roof. But boom. I'm not working any harder. Like more hours. I'm not picking up 7 phones. It's just one phone I'm picking up. But I made money, cut deals the whole time. Y'all hear me? You hear me, Jake? You hear me?
Yes, sir,
Michelle?
Andy.
All right. Joe Dukes posted this. Look at this. Page 91 of the 8 Steps book has 5 books on sales. First things first. Skill with people, art of closing the sale, parable of the pipeline, fierce conversations. This is in the 8 Steps book. It makes me mad as snot when I talk to somebody and they ask me about books and I go, they don't know how to go to page 86. All of it starts on page 86. On page 91, you got books on sales. It's like 6 pages on sales. I'm not mad, people. I'm excited about the opportunity. Thank you, Joe Dukes. Yeah. Thank you, Jake. All right, Jake. You have people doing direct mail, seminar systems. What else do you have people doing for leads?
We got seminar systems rolling, direct mail. We got current clients. We got Bang Bang. I know we got some people doing those, some of the LPT internet leads there. We got referral basis. We've got people doing
legacy.
Market. We got people doing warm market stuff. Legacy
safeguard.
We got 1 or 2 people doing those. Yep.
Don't you wish people did all the basics?
Yes, Andy.
Wouldn't that be great if all your people did the basics? Let me ask you this. Of all your people in the country, who's doing the most work basics, the 8 steps? Who's your number one?
Number one doing the 8 steps. I mean, she's putting numbers on the board. I mean, Sherry Teal. She's number one producer for the organization right now for our team.
Who's number 2?
I'd have to look at the numbers. Probably Sarah Seifert, who hired Sherry.
I was looking Sarah Seifert. I was expecting her to be number 1, but she's number 2. And here's what people say to me, John. Well, I don't want to make her mad because she's number 2. You're not calling her a bad name. Number 2 is not a bad name. It just is what it is. You got family stuff, life stuff, weather stuff, time, blah, blah, blah. Number 1 is number 1. What's that girl's number 1 again?
Sherry Teal.
How you spell it? T-E-A-L?
T-E-E-L.
T-E-E-L.
W-E.
Teal. What's her first name again?
Sherry. S-H-E-R-R-Y.
Sherry Teal. S-H. Say it. How you spell it again?
S-H-E-R-R-Y. Teal. T-W-E. We call her on a tear. Sherry on a tear Teal.
Sherry on a tear Teal.
I like that.
Sherry in. Okay. All right. See, here's what you got to know. If they're number 1, we got to let everybody know it. So now number 1 wants to stay number 1. Number 2 wants to be number 2. And little Johnny over here ain't even got his name mentioned. Well, I see him right now. I like those people say, they never call my name.
We got more coming on. I got these bang bang stories. They're coming up left and right.
All right, give me some bang bang stories.
All right, so we got these young guys out here in Albuquerque, Caden, Herman, Bruno. I ran a contest. I said, hey, y'all do 20 apps in 10 days. We're going to Western Conference Finals. Go watch the Nuggets play the Timberwolves. They did 20 apps in 8 days. Bang bang! Shout out, John. Thank you for helping us because Bang Bang had a lot to do with it. Brandon Lowry, just this morning, he got signed up with Bang Bang 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago. He's in DFW. First 3 contacts, 3 appointments. Boom. Shout out to Mike Marisi, because, dude, I copied your script. I blasted it out to everyone. Melinda, my mother-in-law, she hired Melinda in Houston. Buddy in the office calls a lead. They're in Houston. They moved from Albuquerque to Houston, still in Houston. So I said, all right, who do I got in Houston? Texted it to Melinda. 2 hours later, she's in the house, sells a policy. Bam, John. There you go. Bang, John.
Bang, bang, man.
Herman, my boy Herman, young kid, 19 years old, goes in off of Bang Bang League, goes into a house, finds $100,000. Don't tell me these people ain't got money. They got money. He found $100,000. Marina.
Jake,
Andy.
you continue on. Tia, I want you to replace me with Clay. Clay, I want you to emphasize some things. Dealer's choice.
Got it.
I got to go. I love y'all. Good job, Bang Bang. We love you. We appreciate you.
Bye, Andy. Thank you.
Leads. All right, we're going to move some premium. We're going to help people. We're going to make a difference. We're going to change lives. Bang, bang. I'm out.
We were talking about phone script. We got a guy, Bruno. He's here in the office. Andy was talking about, hey, how do you get people to show up to the appointments? You got to get them to like you. I don't know if I can share his secret, but I'm going to share it anyway because I don't think anyone can do it better than he does. It's almost like, John, it's almost like he looks through his leads. He goes and looks at anyone with the birth year of 1964 and lower, and they're all females, and he's a young stud. And when he calls them, they can hear his smile through the phone. He tells them this, hey, look out for me. I'm about 6 foot on a bad day, 6'4" on a good day. So that's who you can expect coming. And these old ladies love it. They're asking if he's single. They're wanting to know if he's having a good day or a bad day. Because shoot, they don't know if he's going to be 6 foot or 4. Like, just people are killing it with these things. Oh gosh, I know I've got more. They're just bouncing off everywhere. But like yesterday, I went out, I had 9 appointments. Guys, we're doing all of them. Bang Bang, direct mail, current client. I had 9 appointments altogether. Had 4 Bang Bangs, sat on 3, sold 3.
Wow.
Like they're working, they're making stuff happen. Guys, current clients, you got to go back to your current clients. Like, and then direct mail. I don't even have to speak for direct mail, Cat. We know they're gold.
Speak to direct mail, Jake. Tell them something about it.
Dude, you just go right up to their house and they can't argue with that. Like literally, it's their handwriting on the card. It's still drying. Like if you touch it, it'll smear.
It will.
It's a part, like we gotta work, we gotta listen. If y'all, oh gosh, if you're missing this call, the stuff that's happening, like it's all in this book. Like if we just throw down on this book, Mike Leventovich told us once, work times communication times leads. It's a multiplier. It's not addition. If any one of those is low or zero, you're going to get lower results. If you have all three of those at a high level, you better get ready. You better go get a spray tan because Cabo, you don't want to get burnt. It's going to happen.
Jake, something I'm picking up that Andy, as he's interviewing all of you, is talking about is who in your downline is investing in leads. Can you talk about your strategy and how you have that conversation and how you got more people investing? What's that conversation look like with Jake Joseph and his downline?
Yeah, it's a new guy. His name's Sonny. He's up in Salt Lake, and he just got started this week dialing leads. Okay. And when we have that conversation, we always start with Clay, the income planning sheet. I know it's kind of on a whim, but I don't know if someone will pull that up. Income planning sheet, Clay. We look at that and we choose. We have them choose, hey, what does your week look like? And Clay, I'm a big fan of the hey, you need to at least do this. If you hit your week in less dials or less appointments or whatever, awesome, cool, good for you. But you need to do at least this much to even have a shot. If it says make 100 dials to book 6 appointments and you made 101 and you haven't booked 6, well, guess what? You keep going. But that right there, Clay, that's what we're using. That's what we're talking about. Because even if, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe leads aren't being sold because we're just scared to talk about them. But don't be scared because, look, it's right there. Proof is in the pudding. Like, use this.
Jake, can you give a plug on where to find this?
Oh, yes. If you go to, oh my gosh, I just have it saved on my phone.
NAA University under resources.
NAA University under resources.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Thank you, Tia.
Hey, can we show them, Tia, the new sexy one that y'all designed?
Oh, 1 second.
That one was floating around in Houston, I think.
Yeah, that was. She's got one with a disclaimer on it now.
Is this the disclaimer with the exotic?
I need that.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it so y'all can hear it because it's kind of small.
Read it, Clay. Come on.
The income figures provided in this sheet are illustrative examples based on hypothetical scenarios of commissioned income derived from investment in leads and average sales. Actual sales may vary. However, there will be some swelling of the pocketbook. These examples are yada. It comes from work, dude. You got to work to get these results, dude. I was rereading the 8 steps after our event last week in Houston. Just remind myself and refamiliarize myself with the expectations and the subscription and prescription that Andy has for us, Jake. And in the work chapter, he talks about a dog in the hunt. And I don't know about you, Jake, but I had not been quail hunting before until you and I went with Andy and a few folks. And in the book, he talks about those dogs, the dogs in a hunt, that like how crazy they are and how they go. And it did not really connect in my brain until we went quail hunting together and we saw that dog work. Do you remember that dog running around?
She was working, Clay. She was working her tail. She didn't care. She was bleeding. She ran through bushes. She was bleeding, cut up.
She almost got shot like 6 times too.
Nuts.
It's not our fault. But dude, that dog was working, running her ass off. And it was to the point where like the guy that was caring for the dog was giving her water, like, oh gosh, she's still good. And just nonstop for what felt like 4 hours, just going. And Andy says, dog in the hunt ain't got no fleas, right? You just will not notice the things that gnaw at you, the fleas, the annoyances, the blood that's coming out of you. Crazy, man. John Davis.
Yes, sir. What's up, Clay? Good to see you.
Can you talk to some of the folks about expanding their territory, about being bold? If they're maybe in one of those areas that, like you said, we Salt Lake, we're probably pretty full up. Tampa, can you talk about like expanding and traveling and how you can generate, maybe not necessarily in their backyard, but going to the leads?
For sure. And it's easy for me to talk about because it's what led me down this path. Like when I was getting my GMR leads, mortgage protection, final expense, I lived in an hour from St. Louis. So I drove 3-4 hours to Des Moines, Iowa, 3 hours down to Arkansas. I drove out into Illinois. I'm from the Midwest. So like Andy was talking about, if you know there's a hurricane, talk about it. So I tried to stay in areas where I knew kind of what was going on. I knew when school got out. I knew when farmers were pulling the crops out or planting. I knew when it was deer season, all that stuff. And that's just Midwestern stuff. So that's why I focused on GMRs or trying to buy, A1s, A2s, whatever. So you don't have to go 3 hours away unless you're in Salt Lake, maybe. I don't know if there's anything within 3 hours, but with the exception of living on top of a mountain somewhere, you don't have to go far. So if you're in Tampa, I was just down there, you don't have to go far because when you order from us, we take one zip code and we put a 25-mile radius around it to see what kind of data we can find. Our goal is to make it as small as possible. Like if I can do 10, we do 10. So if you're in an area or you're close, you're on the outskirts of Atlanta and, somebody's already there in that area, if you're okay with getting in the car, driving 45 minutes and then running your business, it's going to be simple. And if you're following the system, following what these folks are talking about, they've been on the call, man, Jake, Michelle, Josh, it won't be long. A $100 a night hotel room won't be that big a deal. Or turn around and come home. That's what we had to do, just get a hotel. So it's easy. And if you want, there's a couple agents who live in rural areas and they on the Big Bang, and they do not want to travel hours. So we're able to customize. And like the one person I'm thinking of, they've got 3 areas. So there's those 3 areas we grab zip codes in and we run ads, and they hit each area every week. So let's, say if it's area 1, 2, 3, they just keep going in a circle. And by the time they get to the next one, there's leads there. So we can work with it, man. We got all kinds of options. Mike Marisi, man, that guy is on the move. He calls me all the time. Hey, I'm going to be in Atlanta training. Get my leads there. Hey, I'm going to be in Houston. Get my leads there. Hey, I'm going to Florida. Get my leads there. So we can move stuff around. It's not set in stone. So it's easy to do. Just communicate. Reach out to Clay, reach out to Kat. Like they talk to everybody, whether they're using Big Bang leads or not, the Big Bang system, Bang Bang leads or not. But they got their finger on the pulse, and they could probably pair you up with someone that they think you would click with, as far as like getting some tips. Like people mention Mike Marisi's name all the time. I'm in communication with you all, so I'm throwing stuff out. So just reach out, man. Don't stop. But moving areas is simple. Very simple. Just let me know what we do.
You're available, bro. We can ask you stuff. You'll tell us. You'll shoot us. Man. That's what we like about you, man.
Yeah, dude. If you can't reach me, give them Jackie's contact info. She'll track me down because I'm on the go. But man, we want to help. Like I have a passion to help you all. But nobody else has access to this, and they want it. Meaning nobody else but the Alliance. No other integrity partner agency has it.
I like that, man. And I promise you, everybody listening to this call, areas are selling out. That John can produce, but only to a certain point. So you want to be the first person to own that area. It's funny, Kat and I were talking to an agent yesterday, and he's in a high population area. He's like, I thought y'all could produce leads. Like, dude, somebody else committed to this area and they own it. And they were like, What about direct mail? I was like, somebody else owns it. So what I would tell you is own an area. Get in there and put your flag in with a subscription with John, a subscription with direct mail, and then you own it. We're not going to put somebody else in there and take from your lead flow. Get in there and own it. Kat, can you wrap us up and talk about getting a subscription and owning and dominating an area kind of in the direct mail world? We're not trying to take away from John and what he's doing.
No, man, get them all.
Yes, Clay. So the most that I've seen in successful agents is number 1, follow the 8 steps. Just follow the 8 steps. And the second thing is investing, weekly investing, whether it's Bang Bang, whether it's internet, whether it's direct mail leads. The most successful is when I see somebody, if they don't have enough direct mail leads, okay, where are we looking? Bang Bang. You don't have enough Bang Bang, where are we looking? Internet. We're looking somewhere. We're getting you leads. Don't just sit back and say, I'll worry about it next week and wait for someone to come in. No, that's not going to bring money in your pocket. You have to actually get up, communicate. Communication. The agents that communicate with me the most, their teams, they're saying, hey, oh my gosh, this lead, I got this much off of it. These 10 didn't work, but these 5 did. And I've, tripled my money off of that. So communication is key. What's working, what's not working. It is great to know those things. So we can look at areas, we can look at types of leads. And they say, you don't have an outfit that you wear every single day that works, right? I mean, I would like that. I want that to happen, but it just doesn't work that way. You have to have different sets of leads, different types of people with these different sets of leads. You're going to have different approaches, and it's fun for yourself too. You get to switch it up a little bit. Go door knock, make some conversations. Make sure you're having someone to talk to on the phone. You're not just going to talk to a brick wall and make money that way. You got to make money by talking to these people and getting these weekly investments. So, of course, we're going to do Bang Bang. Great deal. How can you not? That's 50 people. I'm always saying invest more. If you've ever talked to me, you start with a number, and I like to go up a little bit because I want more money in your pocket. And that's how you're going to do it. And then we go to internet leads and direct mail leads. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through on how to get to the alliance leads yourself. You can go there anytime. Of course, reach out if you have questions. So I'm going to show, let's see. Here. All right, so I'm in first the art, and then you'll go to my business, and then down to leads. I'll walk you through it this way. Super quick and easy, mobile friendly too. I love that, by the way. So if you're out and about anywhere like that, go to leads. Integrity Lead Center is not the same. That is another option as well. You'll go to the alliance leads. It'll pop you up here. So you have all these options. You've got home, you've got team management if you run a team, lead map. So this is where we're going to search for your leads here. If it'll load. All right, so your lead map is going to bring up a search bar, and then it's going to have your lead map there. I like to actually search up a place. So let's just look at Bernalillo County. You'll kind of see your options here. You just click on it. Super simple. If it's a big enough county, you're going to have regions on it. Click on the region, and then you're just going to type in however many you want. If you're buying for another agent, big tip. If you're buying for another agent, always hit receiving agent, because one, it'll go straight to that agent. And two, if that agent ever goes to buy on their own, they will not receive duplicate leads, because that lead was sent straight to them versus you getting it and then sending it via PDF. So you would just type in however many leads you want, add to cart, and then it pops up on your cart.
That's good stuff. We have invested millions in this technology for y'all to be able to use this. And it's that simple. Look at Jake's credit card on there.
And that simple, that easy. Then you'll go it. And the great thing is it pops up instantly. You don't have to wait. So look at all of these leads options. You go to export, super simple. If you want to hit PDF, or you can do a CSV option for those that like the Excel spreadsheet. And then you can always go to cart history. Weekly invoices is new. You can see your weekly invoices. Then you've got your home page to look at your leads. And then you have lead subscriptions, and you'll see your actual lead subscriptions here. So, and you can play around with these 3 dots as well. Like I said, this is super simple, mobile friendly. You can get any leads here. There's lots of options. You can look around your area if you don't see a certain type of lead. And then again, reach out and communicate. If you have any questions, can't find a lead, want to see other lead options. And guys, if you're dialing and you, let's say, contact with 3 people, you're not making appointments or connections or anything like that, reach out to your upline. That is super important. That goes back to communication. They don't know if you're not making these connections. They don't know if you're struggling if you don't reach up and tell them. LPT, we don't know what's working and what's not working if you just buy some leads and don't have any luck and you don't reach back out and you go off on your own and try something else. We don't know that if you don't communicate. We are always here. We are always open. We will get to you. We want to know the feedback. That is super, super important. So follow the 8 steps. Reading books, whether you take 10 minutes out of the day, that is super important too. It might not stick right away, but it'll stick in your head eventually. And then communication with your team, all of that is super, super huge. And being teachable as well. So when you do communicate, taking and soaking it in, and like I always try to teach my son, because he's in the phase of, I know. So we'll try to get out of that. I know we're all guilty of that, just stepping back and be like, oh, you're right. I do need to do that. And just trying to put it in place. We're not all perfect. But as long as we just communicate, invest in your business, so important.
Number 6, Kat, be teachable. All right, we got to wrap up. 3 big things to wrap up from this call, guys. Your ability to sell agents on investing in leads. Like you hear Andy coaching the people that he's coaching. He's asking them who on your team is investing in leads. Number 2, work. You're going to have to work. Number 3, your ability to sell yourself and your agents on the 8 steps to success is going to determine the speed of your income. If you can do those 3 things, you're going to make more money, faster with us. Thank you, everybody, for being on. Kat, Jake, Josh, Julie, Michelle, John Davis. Get with John Davis, get with Kat, get with Cindy, get some leads, grow your business today. We appreciate y'all. There it is, the big bang. Scan that bad boy right now. Just do it. If you're watching the call, scan it, get it before we got to go. We're out. Jake scanned it. See y'all. Thank you for being on.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Love you.
Bye, y'all.